Don't get blinded by the light from fame. We're all ordinary people at the end of the day. We make decisions, some good, some bad, but we all pushing for things we never had.
Ordinary people with extraordinary ways.
Yeah.
Everyday people trying to make a way.
It's just
Ordinary people with extraordinary ways.
Yeah.
Trying to make a difference step by step each day. It's just us.
Hi, I'm Charlene Bowden. Welcome to It's Just Us. On today's show, I'll be speaking with Rachel Hers. She's a psychologist who's going to talk to us about how scents and smells affect our emotions. And later on, we'll talk to lifestyle blogger about pumpkins. But for now, Miss Rachel Hers. So Miss Hers, can you please tell us how scents impact our emotions and the smells, especially with the seasons changing?
So the sense of smell is connected to the parts of the brain where emotion and memories are processed, and none of our other senses has this direct and intimate, immediate access to those brain areas. So compared to if you see something or you hear something or you touch something, the experiences we have are not nearly as emotional as when we smell something. And with the changing of the seasons, there's a time of transformation, and emotions really go along with that. So when you smell something, it really can bring you to the season and bring about new feelings within yourself.
Oh wow, Dr. Hers, I never thought about how the scents and smells affect my emotions and my mood. So what are some of the common fragrances for this season?
So I think just based on exactly what you said, people tend to look to see what's happening, and so the colors that are changing, the things outside, so we think about pumpkins, we think about apple spice, we think about cinnamon, and actually the reason I partnered with Glade is because they really understand the importance of fragrance and its connection to emotion, and they've come out with this new limited edition autumn fragrance collection that takes these basic fragrances like pumpkin, like apple, and really builds on them to bring it to a new level, to take people outside of their comfort zone and bring in a new sense of glamour and a new sense of intrigue and so on. So there's really a lot of fragrances that can really connect us to this time of year, and using our nose is a great way to do it.
Now, in your studies, have you found that this information impacts adults as well as children?
So that's a great question. Actually, we've done experiments with children in my laboratory, and we've actually started in one case looking at children, and then we did a replication of that experiment with adults. And so actually our sense of smell is fully functional before we're even born. When we're fetuses, just 3 months into gestation, we actually have a fully functional sense of smell. So what our mothers are consuming, we are actually able to perceive while we're in development. So this actually has a major impact on what fragrances and what, for instance, food scents are accepted within different cultures and so on. So actually our sense of smell is fully operative way even before birth, and the things that impact kids can impact adults just as much. But actually during childhood is a time when we learn the most about fragrances because everything is new. But the good thing is that as throughout life, as long as there's a new fragrance out there, then we can also make new associations. So the idea of finding new fragrances and new fragrance blends throughout our life is really important.
Wow, that's really something to think about. You just never know. So how do the autumn fragrances evoke feelings of temptation and exhilaration in our homes?
So because the sense of smell is so directly tied to emotion and motivation, if we, for instance, burn candles in our home, we can really bring in the feelings that we want to have evoked by scent. So we can feel inspired, we can feel tempted, we can feel brought out of our comfort zone, we can feel a sense of mystery or feel a sense of luxury. And this is why it's so important to use fragrances within our home to create an ambience, but also to give us new feelings and create new emotional states within ourselves.
Okay, so why is it important to update fragrances in our home as the seasons change?
So that's a great point. So first of all, we want to be able to embrace the seasons. Seasons mean new things. So the seasons bring about change of weather. The scenery outside looks different. Sometimes, responsibilities in the home change and so forth, or at work. And so we want to be able to address that transformation with scent so that we, instead of kind of shrinking back, we go forward into it. We really embrace it, and we use all the positive emotions to energize us and to bring us into the season. But the other thing is that if we keep smelling the same smell over and over again, we actually stop being able to perceive it. So we ourselves can't smell it any longer. And so you want to have a collection of fragrances that you can mix up so you can keep perceiving the fragrance itself and get the emotional inspiration from it. And we can also blend fragrances. So burning candles with a different fragrance at the same time can create a new scent. You can create your own kind of signature home ambience by having a combination of fragrances. And so that's the thing to do to really embrace the season.
I'm really enjoying this conversation, Dr. Hers. Where can I learn more?
So there's a very large collection of fragrances, and Glade.com has all the information about that. So that's where to go.
Thank you so much, Rachel. This is really going to help me pay more attention to scents and smells and my emotions. I really appreciate it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Charlene.
Joining me on the show now is Jen Felique, a lifestyle blogger. Hi, Jen. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm happy to hear that I may not be the problem when it comes to decorating a pumpkin. It could be the pumpkin itself. So what do we need to look for when finding that perfect pumpkin?
So you want to look for a pumpkin that's medium in size. Medium pumpkins are typically best for carving. And consider what kind of design you want to achieve before you select your pumpkin, because you may want one that's a little more wide, or your design may lend itself to a pumpkin that's a little more tall. Also, you want to find one that has a flat bottom. This way it's easier to stand it up while you're doing the carving and easier to eventually, put it outside with a light source.
So what do I need to do to get the pumpkin ready for carving?
So when you get it home, you want to prep the pumpkin. So first you're going to cut a circle out of the bottom. A lot of people think to cut a circle out of the top and pull the stem off, and that way you'll put a light source inside. But actually it's so much better if you cut a circle out of the bottom and then you can place it on top of a light source. It's easier, it can be safer. Then you want to scoop out the pulp. So that can get really messy. So what I recommend, and I've teamed up today with Pumpkin Masters, they make these great kits that make carving your pumpkin quick and easy. And in each kit, this is included. This is a scooper. It's great, durable. Get in there, scoop out all the mush and the seeds inside. And if you want to, you can rinse off the seeds, throw them in the oven for 20 to 40 minutes with some cinnamon and sugar. Then by the time you're done with carving, you have a great snack.
Okay, I've never heard anyone say to cut the bottom off. I've only known to cut off the top.
Yeah, this is going to make a world of difference.
Okay, so help me to pull off that perfect design so that I can look like a master carver.
Definitely buy a kit, because having a pumpkin carving kit is going to make the whole process so much easier. I love that there's no prior experience needed. You can really look like you're a total master and not end up with a pumpkin disaster. All the tools are included. Then it's time to figure out your design. And the Pumpkin Masters kit comes with a design booklet, all these different options. Here's one here for a ghost. It has all the step-by-step instructions, and it transfers right onto the pumpkin. So you'll have the design right there that you can trace and carve out. And this way, there's no guessing game to it. It's all right there for you. And they've got lots of good tutorial videos and things that you can reference when you're deciding how you want to carve it and what design you want to choose.
Thank you so much for that, Jen. I am not a creative person, so thank you for this information. So what are some other ways that we can create fun for the whole family?
It's always fun to come up with some fun crafts that you can do with your entire family, and things that are easy for people of all ages to do. So I love making these little Halloween ghosts. They could not be easier. You just take a sheet, cut it up into squares, get some black pipe cleaner, some cotton balls or stuffing, and a Sharpie marker or black marker, and make these. And you can put them on a tree. You can fill a big vase with them. It's a great decoration or a centerpiece for a Halloween party. Do a scavenger hunt with them. Challenge the kids to whoever can find the most wins, win something. It's always a fun little game. Also, decorating whatever the mode of transportation is for trick-or-treating, especially if you're going with young kids. I love to incorporate the stroller or a wagon or even their bicycle into the costume. And it's something that they can really get involved in, and they can help you to make their wagon into a space shuttle, or put bat wings on their stroller, or whatever it may be, to make the night go easier, make trick-or-treating more fun and safe for everybody, but also add a crafty element leading up to the occasion.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Jen. I've noticed that adults are getting more into Halloween and the celebration of the season than children used to be, and I just really appreciate you sharing some fun ways to re-engage both back into the season of the spirit of Halloween, rather.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, things that are the easier, the better. I think the more that everyone in the family can get involved, just makes it more special.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So, Jen, where can we go to find more information on decorating our pumpkins and more fun ideas for the family?
You can go to pumpkinmasters.com and also find them on Facebook, and there's a ton of great tutorial videos and tips and inspiration ideas there for you to choose from.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I want to thank you for watching our show today. For more information about It's Just Us, please visit our website at itsjustustalkshow.com. All of our links are there for social media, our email address. Please reach out to us. We love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Charlene Bowden. It's Just Us. I hope that you will continue to happen to life. Take good care.